Right guys, very quick one again. First signal boost in the petition currently gaining massive numbers against Starmer and his digital ID bollocks to stop illegal immigration, which passed 2.5 million signatures yesterday, all before the government has even responded to it, which I'm going to guess will feature some mental gymnastic laden word salad of bollocks on how this will help combat the people these clowns have not only let in, but openly said they wanted to come here for years before they got in power. But more importantly today, I want to shit on Starmer after he went on the BBC with that Laura Kuenssberg trout and gave us a weasel-worded bullshit response to the basic question I asked the moment these scumbags touted this was coming out.
One of our viewers got in touch and wanted us to ask this question. Russ Brown wanted us to ask you if you really believe that those profiting from human trafficking will think, oh dear, I have to check your digital ID now. I can't carry on paying you £1.50 an hour to work in my sweatshop.
I'm absolutely convinced that amongst the reasons that people travel through France, which is a safe country, to come to the United Kingdom, amongst the reasons is because it's easier to work in our illegal economy than it is in other countries. And we have to deal with that.
Bosses who are prepared to hire people illegally are not asking them for their national insurance card. So what's the evidence? What makes you think they're suddenly going to ask them for a digital ID?
We need to be really clear. You must have ID, mandatory digital ID, in order to work, because we have to stop illegal working. It is absolutely clear that people are working illegally in numbers.
But why do you think that them
having
to have a digital ID would stop that problem when right now people are meant to have a national insurance number and card, and if they're not asked for that, a boss is willing already to break the rules? What's the difference going to be? Well,
the difference is this is on point of starting, not a retrospective exercise as it now is. It is an automatic collection of the information by the government, so we know exactly who is working in our economy, and it will help us enforce the rules that are there. But there's no point people saying to me, why do we need it, when we all acknowledge there is a problem?
Yeah, he knows it's got sweet fuck all to do with stopping illegal immigrants and instead everything to do with stopping you doing anything they don't want you to. It's the only reason they would bloody want it. And government ministers coming out during Labour's conference saying all sorts of shit like it can be used to do other things like track benefit fraud to get reform voters on side, of course, is proof of that. Because for them to use it to track something most people would agree with like that, the scope of it would need to be massively increased, which of course it will be if they ever get this through. The scope will expand to reach shit people don't agree with, and based on Labour shitweasel's own words, that's exactly what they plan to do. Though, let's be honest, none of us expected it to stop at needing it for work, did we? The slippery slope is slippery, and these fuckers know once they get it in place, it's easy to add more and more demented shit to it, often without the public knowing before it's too late. The pandemic was a perfect example of how easy it is for governments to slip in demented shit at a rapid pace. And remember, Tony Blair's using Starmer and the current Labour Party as his own personal digital ID pushing sock puppets. In fact, this lunatic might well have his hand so far up Starmer's arse with this he's tickling his fucking tonsils. Which tells me the level of insanity that could stem from it are bloody endless. And the reports out over the weekend are linking Tony Blair, the Secretary of State Peter Carl, and Larry Ellison, the owner of a tech company Oracle, in some sort of crony deal that could see this Blair donor given massive government contracts to track and trace us.
By the way, and the camera's always on. You don't turn it on and off. And by the way you turn it on, you can't turn it off. I'm going to the bathroom. Oracle, I need 2 minutes to take a bathroom break, and we'll turn it off. The truth is, we don't really turn it off. What we do is we record it so no one can see it, but no one can get into that recording without a court order.
Yeah, recording everything you do, all in the name of tracking people who made up their identity on the boat ride over here. They think we're fucking stupid, don't they? Now, personally, the cronyism shit I don't much care about because I'm against the digital ID thing no matter who's behind it, its benefits, or who makes money from it. No, what worries me is the dangers of it and where it will lead, plus of course the people pushing it. Because whenever the government claims they'll fix a problem, you know they won't fix shit. And let's be honest here, the problem they claim this will fix is one they've intentionally caused, if you ask me. I mean, they claim it's for illegals when they're the ones who've been letting them in at record pace over multiple years, and I don't just mean Labour, I mean the state in general. Though, let's be honest, we all know the digital ID has sweet fuck all to do with illegal immigrants, and they know that we know. It's got nothing to do with stopping them working or literally anything else. I mean, if the government really cared about that, they'd have done detention facilities and back out the door instantly, because all the talk of ECHR and all this bollocks is literally just an excuse. The government can quite literally do what it wants any time it bloody wants. It just puts a bill into Parliament and they vote it through. That's how it works. They are the lawmakers, remember. Shit, that's literally how they intend to make this digital ID crap law, despite the public always being against it in the past and them having no mandate to force it on anyone anyway. Which, as I said in my first video, is part of the reason why I won't comply and Starmer can go fuck himself. The rest of it is just because I won't do it. End of fucking story. I ain't having it, simple as that.
Pandemic